Hello, this is Jer playing Oxygen Not Included with the Prehistoric DLC on hard mode, and also seeing if I can get in some achievements. And we've got a problem. Okay, we've got several problems. But one of the problems here is my sea comb is not happy because I don't have water on both the tiles. So what I'm going to try to do is put in some mesh tiling here, and dump a little bit of salt water on top. We'll see what that does to this setup. Okay, with that, let's empty this guy. And then we'll empty this guy. Not the desired effect. Okay, well, maybe we should pull those guys there and at least put these in where I think we can actually get them to grow. Oh no, we're losing more. Oh no, no, no. I think we need more liquid. I just don't know in what portions. I really want to avoid dumping in liquid because that may have contributed to what so much stress is. By the way, I'm trying to get some reed fiber or whatever the equivalent feather stuff and make a massage table to deal with some of the stress from liquid and maybe other things. Okay, so for the meantime, we can just move this stuff over. I'd really like to have that in a greenhouse, though. Just investigating the stress here. I see popped eardrums. Just general stress. Toasty surroundings. These guys are just not happy. I am afraid things may be falling apart. Though I do feel like this has gone much better than last time. Anyway, what I'm doing now is trying to add in more salt water in a controlled way rather than having it dumped in, just because I don't think the dupes can handle any more liquid being thrown on them. So we're going to go over here for that salt water access. Is that something they can't... doesn't say they can't reach that. Any 4% stress courier at the top. Goodness. I set up special schedules down here. Maybe throw courier down here for now. Where are you, bud? There you are. Let's also get this set up as soon as we can for the most stress dupes. Oh, can they not access? Maybe not. Maybe they can. I think they can, but let's just try to, maybe at this point, we might as well keep the plants there. Oh, atmosphere. Yeah, yeah. We're trying to fix that situation. And calories, we are mush barring it. So we need to keep making this to stay alive. Alright. So that's salt water. That's going to make its way up. Dump some of that here. I don't know if I'll need some over here too, but maybe put that in place, just in case. Or even have water loaded there. Maybe we'll just keep throwing liquid on in this area until it's all happy. Oh. I mean, I don't know that you can actually do that in water, but there's no real benefit since this thing can't grow. But thank you for trying there, Mimica. Growing some of these Drew drips. I'd like to give more attention there, but oh, veterinarian giving farmer's touch to Seacombe. That's at least something. I wonder, is this a carbon dioxide issue as opposed to anything else? That one doesn't matter. Just wondering if I could solve it like that. Getting carbon dioxide to have a spot. Oh, or maybe it's going to fix it on its own. Oh, and I guess this needs some power. This is what I should have done last. Oh, okay, there's water in places, polluted water in particular. I did not see that was probably stress vomiting, I'm assuming, from before. Okay, so you are actually growing with a Mimica effect. Cool. Oh, polluted dirt is what, might as well store that here. Okay, so we'll let that do its thing. Got one more heavy watt wire here to be installed. And we'll set up this spot as well. I guess that door can be opened, and so can that. And we've got a massage table, and Builder's going to use that. So this is the plan that I've got right now. I'm going to get multiple of these liquid reservoir or vents, so I can pick and choose when and where, what type of liquid can be loaded in. Let's just throw another one right there. The other thing that I've got to pay attention to is I'm making mush bar as our food source from this water. We're about to run out. I could dump more water in here from our water system. We actually have a good supply of water. A very good supply of water, in fact. And we're backed up, which is not a bad problem, but I know that polluted water vent's not going to last forever. Maybe we'll do this. Make that the priority. But I want to store some water right here, and this might eventually be water that's warmed up from the metal refinery, so I'm going to actually insulate it. Do a little preparation on that. Still have this spot down here that needs to be created. Probably not going to take long to soak up that water. I'm starting to worry. I'm noticing, okay, not watching my mush bars that well. Is there any at the moment? Any that are about to go bad, such as this here? Let's just throw it closer to the Great Hall. Increases the chance it'll be eaten first. The initial water that we're bringing in is not going to be the hot stuff, but that can start to land as soon as we have our vents in place. How is this going? Still need to make some of these plants happy. I'm worried we're losing a bit of time here. There's our piping being installed. Engineer not looking happy. Cranking out those mush bars. At least here is our next water spot. Oh, is that tough meat? Oh, it is. Now we've got a fully automated kitchen going in. Researching smoker, so we'll be able to use tough meat. Just put in this last little light that I forgot. Tough meat, 55%. Since I might not get to this for a little bit, maybe we'll put this in a little bit of a cooler place. Like in here, -12. It would be a little bit better there, I think. Drop that off. High priority. Where we're going to store some dirt. Make mush fry and barbecue meat. Mush bar production. So I think a lot of this is going to come down to the, well, how well this is going to go or not well, the stress. Hoping we're past the worst of it, though. We'll see. So the new kitchen is open. Maybe crank out a few more mush bars down this zone too. We have certain dupes that can do mechatronics engineering, so focus on that. Do we have any dupes forgotten about down here in the sleep schedule courier, which is actually one of the dupes that has the engineering skills. In fact, maybe the only one. Courier here. Oh, and courier. Maybe I should change your priorities from supplying to building. So you'll build some of our auto sweepers. There we go. There's 1 and 2. Okay, well, at least for the automated kitchen. The new kitchen setup. Let's get over here. Install this piping. See if we can solve this problem here. I'd like to start with trying to load in some salt right there. Okay, we're just gonna have to see what this does over time. But at least I've got options to load in liquid at various different spots. In fact, maybe I should split the load like this for now. Oh hey, oh hey, we might have something. Okay, all right. What about our reed fiber system? Let's do mopping up. At least there. Stress is 44%. Okay. Okay. I mean, things seem shaky, but maybe it's getting better. Oh. Lots of chlorine. I think we very much need to make sure this chlorine situation is resolved. Should see a little bit of feathers being trimmed here soon, I'm hoping. One of the dupes that, here we go, here we go. Okay, so that has given us 4 feather fibers. I'm going to put one of them. This building become, for some reason, the foot massage table becomes invisible. Anyway, whoever is going to use it is going to have at least... Oh, man, I can't get across. Tickle toesies there's. But let's build this, guys. So we can get down here without as much glaring. Would be quite nice. Some more mush bars down there with the remaining water. Really get assigned some more boosters for the bionics. Maybe 1 or 2 or even 3 construction boosters. 3 of those. Yeah, 4, sure. 5 even. Maybe 1 more. Research isn't really the focus. I think construction more is. Okay, so that is going to help with the chlorine situation. We've got our automated kitchen. How are things up here? Looks good. We've drained our salt water, it appears, though. Okay, well. At least the Seacomb that's there is happy. Let's make sure that we continue that. Take that out. So that we can continue to grow this over time. So now I want to turn my attention to automating stables. and setting up more than one stable. I don't have all the research for that, but scientists will start that for us. So we'll start some of the automation, egg storage and that there. And we'll start the process of digging out over here for more stables. I need a cool area, so that's why I'm choosing these zones there and there. But the actual storage of eggs and critters, I'm not so worried about temperature-wise, so that's why we'll put this on the outside. Actually, that might be nicer from the dupe's perspective. This is also going to be a storage location for bleachstone, because bleachstone will be pulled from here. So that's an output from these guys. It's good and all that they're making that... Oh, did I ever set this up? No, I did not. Meant to. This is for not oxygen. There we go. Alright. Okay, I'm glad I fixed that. Oh, and that's research. So that's one of the things I had to finish off. We'll do animal control. Next, solid transport is in existence. That is wrong. I guess that's one of the disadvantages of trying to do things ahead. End up putting things in the wrong places. Just realized another technology that is ready to go is the smoker. So we'll install that, have carbon dioxide be thrown down here, along with a little bit of chlorine. I'd like to have that before this tough meat, which is 28%. So come on guys, let's get this going. Maybe make it priority of getting the smoker itself made. Oh, I don't know that I want that plant lust. So this is going to be the new location, the smoker. Should see scientists working the laboratory. Good. Oh, and some skills. Let's give engineer some construction and strength. Let's give runner some construction. Pass these around. Maybe engineer extra construction. Make sure we go to priority. Select engineer, and we give them building. I don't think I'm relying on normal dupes for all the mechatronics engineering, so I think so. Let me double check. Yeah, let's allow engineer to help with that. Tender biscuit. Make that. Okay, pipe blocked, so that is starting to cook. We just need a pipe going down here. That'll go online, shouldn't take too long. See some brine ice on the move, maybe one, dig that out. While this is being done, let's have a quick look on where we are on the carnivore achievement. I don't think we're very far. 12,000. No, we are not. So I do see this pump running. A little bit of strain on this circuitry here. Maybe we'll take you and put you over here instead. Igneous rock. Why does that keep happening? It's so annoying. I wanted that to be shale. So once this is running, we'll go back to our automation of our stable. Okay, so there is our smoker going. Excellent. It is time to automate our stable in here. Would also be really nice if we could automate the removal of bleach stone. Starting off, I think I need a little bit more liquid here. Spot there to trap critters. We've got critter sensors in these two little areas. Spot to pick up and drop off these guys. Little automation line to go from here that can be accessed with the two auto sweepers in this room. The engineer a little stressed. Didn't have access to the auto super over here, so that's why I put a wall right like that. No liquid coming in. Oh. Okay, I can see why, I guess. Maybe go like this. And like that. And take that. That's an old heating cooling line. For the metal refinery. Making mush bars. Where are we with that? Mush fry. Okay. Power, power, power. What's going on there? Uh-oh, uh-oh. Think we are running just too much. Okay. Okay for the moment. There's a little bit of tender brisk. So in here, we're going to be taking in, let's see, liquid is probably going to be enough. Don't need a lot. So we want any critter eggs. And you know what, let's take any subliminars oxylite. You're not going to find oxylite, but whatever. That's right, this is going to have to go, be replaced. Rail blocked, that is just on this end here. So if I put this in, I think that's going to finish off the system. Still more power. Is this an oh, maybe this is an overall power situation. I think we need another hydrogen generator. No, I'm realizing this is not a hydrogen generator problem. This is a hydrogen problem. Oh, this may be where this ends. This is a priority 7. How come? Oh. Painful. Oh, that's painful. Wasn't a lack of polluted water. It was inability to access this place. I did think of one thing that I'm kicking myself for not doing earlier, and I may just have to go back and do earlier. Well, obviously this is one thing, but Atmo suits for the bionic tubes. I believe they can wear them permanently, and that would have taken care of so much of the stress issues. I also think I have found a way or come up with a strategy to get the locavore achievement much easier. Or, well, maybe not easier, but faster. Sooner. And that would be awesome if I can, because the sooner I can get the locavore achievement, the sooner I can plant stuff and make progress in here. But I also think I found a way with doing it with less dupes. You know, non-bionic, which is a bit of a problem. Once you get the locavore achievement, I'm struggling to feed these guys. This isn't going to work. Eventually, we are going to get caught up on hydrogen. I don't think we even, for the longest time, actually, it's a really good sign. But for the longest time, we haven't even had a manual generator. Let's throw one there and one there. See if I can turn things around, but I don't think so. I think that's it. But, yeah, that's a bit of a shame if I have to leave it at this, just because I was hoping to learn a little bit about Seacomb and how much meat I can get from these guys. And we only just automate it. So part of me is wondering, do I go back a little bit and fix this hydrogen situation, or do I go back much earlier and maybe look at my new technique? Fitting bionic dupes with Atmos suits and getting the locavore achievement much easier. And it's the binge eater trait. I don't know if I have any binge eaters on the base right now. We'll see. If I'm gonna let this game decide. If we can keep going and no one dies and that type of thing. I don't know why that foot massage table's still invisible. I'll keep going for the sake of learning a little bit, because it'd be a shame just to optimize one thing, such as like adding Atmo suits and getting locavore achievement, if there's maybe something yet to be discovered. Okay, maybe, if this got us out of that jam, I'll continue on for a little bit longer at least. So with this stable automated and the fact that we're having hydrogen, at least for now, let's continue on. Been meaning to do this. We want to set that for hydrogen. We'll max this out. Let's take this stuff out of here and we'll open this up so hydrogen can flow a little bit higher. We'll also open this up. I see that water is accumulating. Instead of adding another liquid reservoir, I'm going to fully open or dump that in a, hopefully what's going to be a second Seacomb farm. See something on the let. I think I forgot. Yeah, there we are. Plant meat 12,000, tender brisket, maybe for the short term, and hoping, well, definitely cannot forget, or otherwise dupes are going to be expiring. 0 and infinity at the same time. How? Okay, there we go. Take that out. Let's take that out. The old kitchen area. Just make sure we can still get across. Mop up there. Get this connected. As well as that. We'll do a similar plan, putting that right there with the door in front. Okay, with that, let's take this out. And we'll design a new spot for Seacomb. We've been expanding this stable, so that, or greenhouse, so that's something. I think we're ready to dump some water in here. Guys, I did not actually want you to go in here just yet. Okay, hold off on that then. Make sure we get this built first. Then we'll dump in water. Okay, good. So with that, we can put this back. Oh, need that connected. So this is good. This will at least keep this pulling water in. Oh, and we're dormant. Okay, that went dormant a little bit sooner than I thought it was. Anyway, cycle 66. Maybe it was earlier. That means that this is probably a bad idea though, because now that this is dormant, I want this to be on standby, and now I'm seeing the flaw in my plan of relying on, even though we've got high calorie other stuff now, tender biscuit, plant meat, that's not going to last very long. But I do think, okay, well, let's try to keep going. I'll try to throw some brine on top of this, or salt water. I'm going to take this pump out and connect it over here where we have a little bit more salt water. So I'll keep adding. I wonder how big a deal this is going to. Yeah, let's try to save our water. I think right now it seems like we've got a lot, but yeah, we've got a dormant polluted water geyser. Let's not get ourselves. Okay, so this is the salt water line. Maybe try having that kind of go in a couple different spots, and maybe go like this instead. And drop some off here, 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 and see how this goes. Okay, well, you've got to be watching. Calories is good, but hydrogen. Okay, we're staying alive. I thought that was the end of the game. I thought that was it. Took a big misstep on hydrogen, but fortunately that was easy to solve. Don't need you to go in there, saltwater. Let's divvy this up in multiple places all at once and see what this does. It'd be really nice if this could avoid as much water. We'll see. We'll let that run. 68. We're almost at 70. Hahaha, cycles. Experimenting with more stables. In some farm tiles to grow more Drew drips. We've got 17 seeds. I'm glad those things produce a good amount of seeds. Put a little bit of automation in here. We may also have to put in a similar gas storage like we have. Of course. Nearly full, or maybe full even. Let's make that. Actually, let's no longer move chlorine over there, or bleachstone rather. I think that's just a waste of effort because that's most of it is coming from this room. And I'm actually happy with automation. It's definitely something to do, but yeah, this gas storage needs to be there. Let's make sure this auto super can touch everything, because they need that to pick up bleachstone. So we can limit chlorine, because we just have so much chlorine. That's true. Hold on. Oh. Okay, let's just take that out. I'm glad to see hydrogens. I think that should get that, keep filtering chlorine out of here. Now I'll see about filling this in and applying automation, which there's not a lot of room, but we'll see what I can do. So similar automation set up over here, but I'm also going to make sure of that auto suite. Oh, no. Okay, didn't realize that wasn't going to quite work out. Maybe we'll take you out as well. Thought one of those auto sweepers would be able to access this guy sitting down there. But what I'll do, I'll have some brine ice stored here. And a place to pick up eggs. Do that. Get some power into some of these buildings. And of course we've got lots of brine out here that's melting away. What happened there? Nuts, that was where I was supposed to have a bunch of water. I have to fill that in then, unfortunately. How is this setup working? Not stellar. Not stellar. Well, it is clear to me we are definitely not going to... I don't think we're going to get the carnivore or destroyed Dilemior. But I'm going to try to more learn about what this can produce and then see if I can come up with ideas to optimize for the next time through. Oh, I see that path is blocked. Putting 3 tons of brine ice. Actually, how much brine ice is there? 33 tons. Okay, that's fine. Let's check on things here. Oh, I see some critters here from the eggs. That's awesome. And we've got some eggs that have been accumulating down there. I mean, some things are working. Calories. Oh, a little bit of lettuce. Forget about lettuce. Okay, let's just make sure we get mush bar production going on, so we don't have any dupes starve on us. Okay, and we want to have, you know what, might just be easier to go settings here, copy that, copy that. Copy this into there. Oh, and this. Okay, do we have brine ice in here? There's brine. This is pushing our water out. Not liking that. Not liking that at all. That's pulling a drain on this system, which is, actually, when is this thing going to renew? I don't know. You know what? No, we'll do that. Oh, that's scientist, the bionic tube. No, don't send them there. Let's throw you in here. And a few of you as well. So what I've got going on now, we are trying to learn and experiment with this emulsifier. I know that requires some glass to make, unfortunately, but let's get busy with that. This is where I'm going to make my glass forge. Hoping this chlorine gets out of here by that time. Maybe just open this area up might help a little bit as well. Now I'm having an issue. If I dig out any bleach stone, it's not going to be dropped off anywhere because I'm relying on automation, but automation only covers the main bleach stone spots. Anyway, let's move along. Here's my glass forge. I don't believe I need a lot of glass, so I'm not going to bother with automation, but I am going to bring the heavy watt wire down. Oh, forgot. That broke my transformer. Okay, better do this at high priority. At least we're able to keep up with our power demands. This is going to add pressure, though not for very long. I kind of feel like I should put in an electrolyzer to help push down some of this gas. Let's start the production. I don't know how much I need. Let's start with 5 units. See how we do with that. It's going to... Oh. Don't have that area kind of opened up. I was kind of envisioning that, yeah, this is going to be a bit of heat down here, but we don't need a lot of it, so I'm hoping that will not be a big problem. Check on these guys. Still waiting for some of these guys to become wrangled. Is that maybe a situation where... How many... you guys. Groomed. Groomed. Looking for food, though. Okay, might need a feeder. There is some glass being produced. I want an emulsifier. I need 100, so we're Where are we? Almost there. I see some Drew drips stored up in this little compartment here, so why don't we do this? Maybe, now that we've got more than one stable though, I've got to be careful. I was hoping to avoid this situation though. I think I just have an issue I've got, and maybe I've got to fix next time, is I've got the wrong portion of dirtles to these guys, because I'm hoping to not need to use dupe labor to put critter feeders together. You know what? Maybe I just need to start distributing my stable and start making some other stables. That probably makes a lot of sense. Just click that as disabled so I remember that's the case. Otherwise, I think I'm just going to get into a situation where too much labor is being wasted. Can we make our emulsifier? We can. Awesome. So now we're getting 2 plant pulverizers. Maybe get light access as well. So we'll have some sea comb, and I see some of that has fallen down here, which is good. I don't know if we have nearly enough for what we want to do, but you know what? Let's give it a go. Did not save myself really any room for storing sea comb. I'll do that right there. Have an auto sweeper to help us out. So we want sea comb leaves. Temporarily concentrate on loading that in. Really like the fact that I don't have to have Atmos suits in here. That's something I've learned and improved from last time. Okay, we'll make that a 5. Seacomb leaf to phyto oil. Now, this is a 1 part seacomb to 3 parts water. I don't know why it shows this white, even though that's not salt water. Anyway, make that forever. Do that. And this guy, oh, I didn't consider your power 480. Yeah. Maybe this is not where we run you after all. Destruct you, cancel that. So we have dupes on the plant pulverizer. We're going to be sending that liquid down here. And I've relocated my emulsifier down here where we'll have access to the heavy watt wire line. Electronics. Actually, never did give that to engineer, did I? I'm not really doing the best job staying on top of their boosters. Could be a sign of I'm not feeling optimistic about things overall. 25 cycles to go, but I do feel like significant improvement has been done since last time. New things have been learned, and I also think the next 25 cycles will be much more useful from a knowledge perspective than last time. Last time, it was just entire 25 cycles of waiting to see what happens when this thing lands. But now I know how that lands, and I want to learn more than just that. Alright, so we're getting some, what is this? Phyto oil. That is going down here. I want to make biodiesel. And I can now maybe see a reason of having bleach stone, which is currently stored there. You know what, let's just not worry about automating that just yet. Is this, I think, a building I have to have liquid go into it before you can actually say, hey, make said biodiesel forever. Waiting for material. Someone's going to throw in some chlorine. You can see we're auto sweeper and changing my storage for bleachstone is. But anyway, make that a priority, because I want to see this in action. Okay, this was something that requires the dupe action, so I see light access would be nice too. I think I'm going to finish on having this setup run and decided I am going to bring in bleachstone. But it's straining some of our circuits temporarily. Whoa! I did not automate. Okay, we are short a little bit of metal. Yeah, whoops. This guy's running regardless whether this needs anything or not. Whoops. Okay, that was power waste. Definitely lots of improvements still to be had. Let's just throw this out to someone. Oh no, you, yeah, you could take that. So we are short phyto oil. So I guess this is basically what I want to know. For like a farm of this size, is this practical for actually making any biodiesel? Especially this amount that I need. I mean, I am slowly increasing, so I've got this farm set up. I can take that out and probably be able to get those filled in. I could extend to another one, but the problem is we're out of liquid. And yeah, our final liquid reservoir is not looking healthy. That we have some meat that's going to be showing up here. Oh, okay, let's stop water. And this guy here needs some power. Maybe we'll do more of a temporary. Well, what's the point? Our limiting factor's not bleachstone. How much did we get? 600 kilograms. Ha! 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 That's funny. That's funny. Yeah, and I don't even know if I have the research, but the next bit is... Oh, well, I do have the research, don't we? Because they gave it to us. The ability to make last shots. Somewheres within this puzzle of stuff. See if I can find it, or maybe it is. I'm pretty sure I don't have to research it. I think I've got one final thing I'm going to do today. Not that this is a game changer by any means, but we're going to put water going into our metal refinery. And we'll take the output of this hot stuff and send it up here. And we'll start, well, yeah, we already have that on cranking out iron. See a little bit of barbecue meat. So this system is warming up. I'm getting a sense that this is much more difficult. I mean, I thought it was difficult, but I feel like I am far, far, far off. I'm almost wanting to change the asteroid, if nothing else. I almost want to stay on the spaced out, but maybe drop the metal pour. I think I just have enough trouble with hard mode and everything else, but there's definitely still improvements to be made yet. But yeah, the last change here, the idea is we've got hot liquid that needs to be consumed. That's why I actually put this in the insulated area, and maybe we'll kind of do this type of thing too. There's more phyto oil on the way. But it's just... Okay, we got a ton. Okay. You know what? I'm going to go ahead. I know that I need some... I just need to know this before I finish. But where it's a ends up being a station blast shot maker. We need a little bit of metal. I'll be back when I've got enough metal to make a blast shot. I just want to get a sense of what does it take. Is this workable? Because if it is, maybe I'm not as far as off as I think, but I don't know. I think I am. Well, if we're going to be cranking out metal, I guess one thing I'll do is throw some iron ore storage with an auto sweeper that has access to this metal refinery. This is going to be for iron ore. Maybe store 3 tons of it there, temporarily boost to high priority. Actually, how much of a temperature increase is it? I'm wondering if I should have a dual system. Maybe I'm just dreaming too many things up. You know what? Yeah, I feel like getting into this is going to be a full episode. So yeah, when I come back, I'll see about doubling up my metal refinery and then getting into the blast shot production, maybe trying to enhance this. I don't see getting either the carnivore or doing this, but I do see getting a lot closer than I did last time. Certainly, I'm going to learn more about this anyways. Thanks guys for watching. Hopefully I will see you next time where I experiment with what the heck I have got going on this little asteroid. Until then.